My name is Delme Thomas. I first met Ray when I came back from the Lions tour in 1966, and I remember having a reception in the town hall in Carmarthen, and Ray was speaking to my brother-in-law, who was a very big rugby fan, and he introduced me to Ray then. That was the first time I met Ray Gravel, and of course when he came to Llanelli to train, I felt as if I knew him all my life, you know, and being a country boy like myself, we got on very well together, because he was brought up in Money-the-Garreg, and he thought the world of Money-the-Garreg like I did of Bankerville, you know. Us village boys, we so different to what I call the townies, the boys that are brought up in the big towns, like, and we got on very well together. And I remember him coming to Stradey first of all to train, you know, and I thought then that this boy's got a bright future, you know, and a Welsh speaker as well. We got on very well together. I was working for the electricity board, and he wanted to join the electricity board, and he joined the electricity board in Llanelli, but I was in Carmarthen, and of course we had a lot of things in common. And but of course he wasn't in the electricity board for long, because he made a name for himself, you know, with the BBC. You know, he was a broadcaster, and he'd done well on the radio. And when he became an international player, you know, unfortunately I was 9 years older than Ray, and I played with him for about 4 or 5 seasons, you know, and as I said, we got on so well together, same interests, you know. I was breeding budgerigars, and his father was the same when he was alive, and we had a lot of things to talk about. And as I said, being brought up in the country, same habits, you know, going out shooting rabbits and things like I used to do with my grandfather and he used to do with his father. And we became great friends. And one night I said to him, I've got to go home early tonight, I said in Welsh. I said, because it's my birthday, and tell him, oh, and he couldn't believe that I had said that, because it was his birthday as well. We celebrated our birthday on the same date, and he never let me forget that, you know. He thought I was pulling his leg all the time when I said that it was my birthday, but when he went on radio then, whenever our birthday came along, he wanted to say on the radio that it was my birthday, only because it was his birthday as well, which was very funny, really, you know. But as I said, we became great friends. He used to come in here, you know, and he used to take the house over, because that was Ray all over. He'd come in and he'd demand a cup of tea, and of course he wouldn't sit down. He'd go from one room to the other. That's how he was, you know, knocking the walls and things and saying, oh, this is a good house. I don't like this wooden structures. I like a solid house. And that's how he was. He was a houseful whenever Ray came. You could swear that half a dozen children had been in the house after him. You know, it was he was a great friend. Unfortunately, we lost very, very young in life, you know, and it had a great effect on me, to be honest with you, because I felt as if I'd lost a member of the family. You know, we were that close, and not only a loss to Welsh rugby, but he was a loss to the Welsh nation, you know, as a great Welshman, because everybody knew Ray. It doesn't matter how old you were, when he could be 78 years of age, or a child in the street, you know, everybody knew who Ray Gravel was, because when he used to come to town here shopping, you know, he used to go to Tesco or wherever, he talked to everybody. It doesn't matter who he was and what he was, Ray always had time to talk to everybody, you know, and as I said, a great loss when we lost Ray at a very young age.